Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Well, we're making all kinds. You know, that's what we're here for, is to try a lot of different situations here and different shocks and springs, and we're just trying some sway bars right now, which, you know, seems like the everyday norm when you're on a road course. So I mean, it's all the stuff that's typical, and you know, we're just finding out what's best for this car and for myself. I love the track here, and it's always fun to come up here. The fans are always great, and it's always got great weather, so leave all the rain cars home.
You want to turn it over?
Yeah. Start your engines. The Paychex car has arrived in Rochester.
It's cool, it's loud. It's a lot different when you see it up close.
Up close and personal was exactly what Brett Bodine was this afternoon at Paychex, giving employees and their families a chance at an up-close look at a personal Paychex car.
Felt like it would be a nice thing to bring the team up here, unload the transporter, bring the two cars out, let the people see the cars, touch and feel everything, kind of, and you know, it's just to pay them back and say thank you for being involved with our race team. How you doing, sir?
A team that got into a racing accident last week at Indianapolis.
Racing accident. I think just Buckshot got in the back of me and turned us around, got in the outside wall, and then hit the inside wall. But the guys did a great job repairing the car, getting us back out there to keep our streak alive. You know, we're one of only two cars that's finished every race this year.
Bodine's finished as high as second at Watkins Glen, a track that he says suits the NASCARs just fine.
I particularly enjoy Watkins Glen. I think it's a more conducive racetrack for Winston Cup cars to put on a good show. Long straightaways and bank corners, and I just think that Watkins Glen's a tremendous road course for our type racing.
And since none of the Paychex team members are around, I think I'm going to take this thing for a spin. Jim Hobbs, Tuesday Sports.
The sound of success can be ugly. Jeff Gordon learned that when he wrecked at Richmond. The fans went wild. Because of his success, the Rainbow Warrior has incurred the wrath of many, something all NASCAR drivers learn to ignore.
You know, it's just people's opinion, and you know, I've got a lot of people out there that support me, and you know, I really appreciate the ones that do, and even the ones that don't. You know, you got to smile away because they're very loyal fans, and that's one unique thing about our sport is all the fans are really committed and loyal, whether it be to the sport, their driver, or their sponsor, or, you know, whatever it might be.
They're real opinionated, the NASCAR fans are, and they can form an opinion whether they hate you or don't hate you, and they could have never mentioned your whole life they don't like you.
Jeff Gordon has himself to blame. All he does is win at a time when NASCAR is striving for parity. What they want is all drivers to have a chance on any given weekend. Well, it hasn't worked out that way, and even Gordon himself is amazed.
You know, every day is just another blessed day for me, you know, to be able to come to a racetrack and drive a race car for a living and then have an opportunity to win every weekend. It just doesn't get any better than that.
A win tomorrow would give Gordon his third straight and 7th this season. At Watkins Glen, John Kutchko, News 8 Sports.
News 8 Sports Director John Kutchko is in Watkins Glen.
Third straight and 7th of the season. The man known as the Rainbow Warrior is now known as the Road Course Warrior.
When you just saw two guys slide the front end in front of you and about go off the track, that's what's run through your mind, is not to make any mistakes. And luckily, I was able to break away a little bit. You know, if they could have gotten to my rear bumper, it would have been really tough out there. And since I was able to pull away a little bit, got some clear ground, was able to hold on to the lead and just be smooth and patient.
Valvoline Cummins crew got me out of pit road in the lead, and I tried to close a deal for them. I've always told them if they'll get me in first place with new tires and a fast car, I'll be tough to beat, and I tried.
Next weekend, NASCAR heads to Michigan. The last time a driver won 4 straight races, Mark Martin back in 1993. At Watkins Glen, John Kutchko, News 8 Sports.
All right, thanks a lot.
And yesterday, a crowd of close to 160,000 took in NASCAR's butt at the Glen. To no one's surprise, Jeff Gordon reeled off his 7th win of the season. NASCAR truly is the fastest growing sport in America. The action, the color, all the pageantry makes it that way. Here are some of the sights and sounds from the butt at the Glen as seen through the camera of videographer Brad Ingram. We call it a day of thunder.
Make it turn in the middle. If I drive it a little different, but I can't make it help it loose off. If I don't get on the gas, I ain't gonna go nowhere. 1785. Their top 10 cars are running 1740. Going a little bit off of that. So when you get down here in turn 1, now give yourself some room on the car in front of you. Talking about debris up high.
How well you know, this team has been performing, whether it be an oval, road course, short track, or a super speedway. And you know, I just can't thank them enough for their hard work and dedication. You know, they really deserve a lot of credit, because when they unload the trucks on Friday, man, I get in and it's a great piece of equipment.
Well, cheers to Brad Ingram and Kevin Knapp, both who worked very hard this weekend as we bring you another edition of NASCAR at Watkins Glen.
Great.
Had a great time, and thanks to all the people out there. We saw tons of people from Rochester. Yes, NASCAR alive and well in Western New York.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did I call?
And a final look at an awesome weekend down at Watkins Glen. 160,000 of our closest friends taking in NASCAR's butt at the Glen. Love him or hate him, Jeff Gordon is a once-in-a-lifetime driver. Here's a look back at how his day went.
Me and Dad were talking on our way to the track. I said, I bet you never seen Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, or guys like that. Swapping paint in the turn, coming out 3 wide. Racing for the win, and never looking back. These are the days at the track.
It's been unbelievable how well you know, this team has been performing, whether it be an oval, road course, short track, or a super speedway. And you know, I just can't thank them enough for their hard work and dedication. You know, they really deserve a lot of credit, because when they unload the trucks on Friday, man, I get in and it's a great piece of equipment.
Thanks to Brad Ingram and Kevin Knapp for a job well done. We had a good time out there, a lot of Rochester folks out there. Jeff Gordon tries to win number 4 in a row this weekend in Michigan. He's taking the suspense out of racing because he wins every week. Quite a story.
Yeah, it really is.
You a big fan?
Yeah.
One of the best ambassadors Eastman Kodak has came to town tonight. NASCAR's Bobby Hamilton is getting ready for Sunday's butt at the Glen. First, though, a visit to the Ridgemont Wegmans. Dave Yates caught up with the driver of the Kodak car.
There you are. Thank you.
You name it, they brought it. Pictures, models, T-shirts, even a tire. All set for Bobby Hamilton's John Hancock.
It's because everything up there on the tables I have of Bobby Hamilton car.
Everywhere you go, you have to pay maybe 20 bucks to get an autograph, or $50. But yeah, it's really good.
And that's a good way to sum things up public relations-wise for NASCAR, a sport second to none in appeasing their fans.
There ain't many sports anymore like that. And I think NASCAR and all the people involved in NASCAR had sense enough to know, hey, this is working. It's not a big deal. We deal with people in the public every day. Let's make one part of our life. You know, that's going to help us.
Autograph sessions like this one are one of the big reasons for NASCAR's recent explosion in popularity. And don't expect these guys to cut down on their appearances anytime soon. They realize that happy fans mean happy sponsors.
We're selling Kodak film to people, and we're selling Chevrolet Monte Carlos to people. And the minute we step back, that stuff stops. Every now and then it gets aggravating, but it makes you feel pretty proud to be, as far as I'm concerned, the best sport in the world.
These guys are the most down to earth, and they do it because they love it, and they know the fans are the root to all their success too.
NASCAR has more than enough action, thrills, and speed for everyone. But it's when these guys slow down that they're really winning their fans over. In Greece, Dave Yates, News 8 Sports.
All right, Dave, qualifying at Watkins Glen is tomorrow at 2:15. Jim Hobbs is observing curfew at this hour, getting a good night's rest, we hope. We'll have his reports tomorrow at 6 and 11. This.
Me and Dad were talking on our way to the track. I said, I bet you never seen Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, or guys like that. There's faster cars, bigger stars, girls, and high bank curves. He just smiled at me and never said a word. I told him about their nerves of steel and cars that almost fly. You won't believe the skill in the way that these guys drive. I said there's more fans in the stands, and then I realized he just sat there listening with a twinkle in his eyes. I said these are the days when they race for their pride, swapping paint in the turn, coming out 3 wide, racing for the win, and never looking back. These are the days at the track. That's when my dad said to me, hold on 1 minute, son. Let me tell you how it was back when I was young. There was Ned Jarrett, Buddy Baker, and the Alabama gang. I just sat and listened as he rattled off those names. He told me how the drivers worked on their own cars. They had a pit crew of friends and family, but they worked just as hard. No walls to hit, just men of grit. No sponsor, but a lot of heart. I remember how it was when racing got its start. He said those were the days when they raced for their pride, swapping paint in the turns, coming out 3 wide, racing for the win, oh, never looking back. These are the days, those were the days. Now me and Dad spend our days at the track.